Good afternoon, brothers. I now call this meeting of the 2021 Province Workshop back into order.
Greetings, brothers. I hope all is well. I am Jaquise Young from the Xi Beta chapter of Phi Mu Alpha. The past year, we initiated 16 members into the fraternity. Currently, we are working on another initiation process. Even though it's virtual, we hope that each probationary member experience the process as if they were meeting in person. For the future, the plan is to further utilize virtual platforms to further advance music in America. So that would include Instagram Lives and virtual showcases for others to express their musical talents. One idea is for students to organize, students outside of the organization to display their talents and have the audience vote which contender receives a gift by Xi Beta, the chapter. This way, the contenders will feel as though the votes aren't being biased based on the organization. For now, the main focus is to complete the initiation process while following the college virtual guidelines. And if any brother has any ideas of virtual events, please reach out. And if you are interested, you can also check out Brother Shamari's YouTube page, The Chatterbox, A link to the page is in his Instagram, Mr. Willis. And you can also check out Brother Isaiah's page. His YouTube channel is called Virtual Vision, and the link is in his Instagram page, The Creative Chopper. On behalf of Xi Beta, please stay safe.
Hey everyone, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Peyton Crosswell, and I'm the president of the Sigma Mu chapter here at Clemson University. 2020 gave us many challenges, but there are still plenty of reasons to celebrate here at Clemson. Over this past year, we had celebrated 8 brothers who graduated. We were able to celebrate with our brother Noah Kelly as he got married this past summer, and we were able to celebrate with our former chapter president Alex Mano as he started his med school career at Nova Southeastern University in Tampa, Florida. So we're very excited and very proud of our graduates and proud of Noah and Alex as they continue to do great things with their lives. Due to the pandemic, we were unable to do an in-person Tri-M this past year, but that didn't stop us from still finding a way to do one. So a huge shout out goes to our brothers Jeremy Long and Kenneth Perales, who put together a great video Tri-M, bringing in brothers to come sing in the studio, putting those voices over audio of us singing over Zoom, and putting together a great final product on our YouTube page as well as our Instagram. For those of you who saw it, awesome. If you haven't seen it, hopefully you'll see it at some point this weekend. If not, check out our YouTube or our Instagram, Clemson PMA, and you'll see it there. We were also able to celebrate with our 2 new brothers who finally crossed in November. We pinned them last spring. Due to the pandemic and shutdown, we couldn't cross them in the spring, so I had to come back in the fall. And even through one of our PMs getting COVID, finally able to cross them in November. So we are very excited to have Jacob Panov and Blake Bishop finally and our Sigma Mu. Excited to see what they're going to do for our chapter as well for the province. For as far as next year goes, at the time of this video, we are gearing up to begin our rush process that'll take place over the next 2 weeks. So we are excited to see this turnout. You know, it's a new way of doing everything. Some events over Zoom, but we're excited to see who's going to show up, and excited to see the prospects that hopefully will be joining our chapter very soon. And another thing coming up at the end of the semester, we are, as of right now, we are planning to put on an in-person Tri-M at the end of the semester instead of doing another virtual one, with a bit of a twist this time. Generally, we will go to a retirement home in the area called Clemson Downs and sing there, but this semester our MD Jeremy Long had the idea of going into campus the week before finals week and putting on a concert there. So we are planning as of now to put on about an hour-long concert the week before finals as just kind of a de-stress, get together, celebrate, make some music on campus. So we are excited about that, the opportunity that we have to hopefully bring some joy to campus that very stressful week before finals week. So that's all I have for you today, so thank you and all hail.
Where the Blue Ridge yawns its greatness, where the tigers play, here the sons of dear old Clemson reign supreme away. Oh, dear old Clemson, we will triumph, and with all our might
Hello, brothers. While I may not have been installed until September, my work as CPR began the moment I was elected in February of 2020. Before COVID protocols began in March, I was able to conduct in-person chapter visits to the Gamma Eta and Nu Kappa chapters at Furman and Winthrop universities, as well as my home chapter of Sigma Mu at Clemson University. I then finished the spring 2020 semester with several virtual chapter visits to all of the chapters in our province. I hope these visits can continue, as I have enjoyed getting to meet so many brothers I never would have before. Throughout the fall 2020 semester, I collected your thoughts on how we can make this 2021 Province 30 workshop best fit your expectations, which I sincerely hope that we have exceeded. In addition to my work within the province, in December 2020, I was able to work with fellow collegiate province representatives throughout the nation to organize the first ever CPR collective, which occurred virtually on January 16, 2021. During this event, I was able to collaborate with and learn from other CPRs, both past and present, on how I can better serve my province and my fraternity. It was exciting and uplifting to be able to commune with such passionate and dedicated brothers to discuss how we can best serve all of you. Now, before I conclude my report, I'd like to share with all of you some thoughts I hope prove insightful and uplifting. As I'm sure you have noticed, the theme of this year's workshop is upward. When I consider the idea of moving upward in the context of this fraternity, I immediately think of the path we all take in becoming men of the highest type. I have often pondered what it is to truly be, and not seem, a man of the highest type, and I believe the concept to be extremely applicable to our province during these unusual times. Brothers, we do not one day wake up as the best men we will ever be, for the path to becoming a man of the highest type is an eternal one we shall move ever upward towards. We can, however, wake up every day and be the best men we have ever been. Growth in ourselves and our fellow men, no matter how vast or how small, will never be insignificant. Even if our growth is not substantial, let us all be patient in transforming our conduct. Because as long as we strive to improve, to me, this is the true meaning of that which it takes to be a man of the highest type. So brothers, during these unusual and frustrating times, I ask that you all recognize all of your hard work, as I have, and celebrate the little victories, for as long as Sinfonia lives, we will continue to grow. Throughout the remainder of my term as Collegiate Province Representative of Province 30, I look forward to growing alongside all of you and continuing to move onward and ever upward. Thank you for your time, brothers, and long live Sinfonia.
Hail, brothers. I'd like to begin with what is hands down my favorite fraternal quote. It has and continues not only to inspire, but to provide an aspirational goal as a member of Phi Mu Alpha. Brothers, quote number 1. This it is to be a man of the highest type, to be and not seem, to do and not simply to talk, to have the right ideal, the true motive, and patiently to transform conduct in accordance with it. From Founding Father Ossian Everett Mills, March 15, 1912. Even before we realized what was in store for us with the effects of the pandemic, we were in a state of discord. Unfortunately, at the highest levels of the fraternity, both words and deeds plunged us into a state of uncertainty, disappointment, and disillusionment. Here in Province 30, we had just finished our annual workshop, mourning the loss of a brother and hopefully helping that chapter along the path of healing. There's an axiom to Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the worst possible time. We're aware of what happened next. The majority of those chapters who were in the midst of a probationary membership process had them suspended as our respective campuses shut down. I've been hesitant to repeat the word unprecedented, but there's no other term that adequately covers the hectic, chaotic months. Many of our brothers were unceremoniously forced to complete the semester virtually, and as a result, our chapters were dependent on those same virtual resources to stay connected and finish out the business of the fraternity. This led to a summer of more of the same and a fall semester with much of the same uncertainties. Most of us have experienced illness, loss, and grief over the last year, whether it's individuals or through the relationships with our family and friends. It would be irresponsible of me to not recognize what we all have and continue to experience. But with sober realization of these facts, I would also like to highlight what Kipling would call the distance run in the midst of our unforgiving many. Whether virtually, in person, or some combination thereof, we return to our studies. All of those aforementioned probationary membership processes have been completed. A hearty welcome to our new brothers. I've happily lost count of the number of subsequent semesters in which Province 30 has marked 100% on-time chapter reporting. We even have chapters that are finding ways to conduct probationary membership processes this semester. But most importantly, the thing that I'm most proud of is that you haven't let fraternal discord, nor disease, nor miscellaneous obstacles keep you apart from your brothers. And I know that has been even more difficult to do than it is to say. You've never given up on each other as individual brothers, as chapters, as a province, as a national fraternity. I've said to you ever since I came home to South Carolina that this is a special, special place and a special group of brothers. There's no seam in Province 30. You are about the business of being men of the highest type, consistently, always. I am more proud of you brothers than I can ever express. I ask that you keep that energy as we move forward throughout the year. I know that you're tired and probably zoomed out at this point, but if there is one group of people that I can count on to persevere without excuse, it's the brothers of Province 30. Be a resource of strength and understanding to your brothers. I promise that I and we will do the same. There's no doubt within me that better lies ahead, brothers. That's because time after time, you demonstrate who we are. We are symphonians. No apologies.
Morning sun greets many banners on its westward track. Fair to us above all others waves the red and black. Red and black flag we love float for aye. Hold Symphonia to thee. May thy sons forever be loyal to thy memory. Brotherhood of Phi Mu Alpha, to thy praise we sing. All our song to thee is given, ever may it ring. Red and black flag we love float for aye. Oh, Symphonia to thee, Symphonia to me. May thy sons forever be loyal to thy memory.
After 3 days of brotherhood and music, we want to thank you again for joining us. This was definitely an endeavor not tried before, and we hope you have enjoyed it. At this time, we would like to ask brothers of Province 30 to please join the Zoom meeting now listed in the Province 30 Facebook page. To all brothers in Province 30 and beyond, thank you, and long live Sinfonia.